Hey everybody, Gavin Reshaw here. I want to thank all those that came out for the book signing on Thursday at Southern University Library. It was good. Um, I'm going to be doing it again if you missed it tomorrow at Bayou Road in New Orleans down in Community Book Center. I'll be there from 11 to 1 p.m. I will be at Barnes & Nobles in Harvey from 3 to 5 p.m. over at Barnes & Nobles in Harvey. That's on the expressway. I hope to see all of you there. Um, it's been a busy week for me. I've been on radio shows talking about the book. I've been interviewed by newspapers about my story and what I've detailed. And I think I read for you all in my last video some questions that were raised by the Louisiana Weekly, though it didn't record all of it. But one of the questions that I raised before in my presentation to the people that attended on Thursday was that Methodist and Charity Hospital have yet to be reopened. Now, I know that there's been a proposal, there's been a proposal to reopen New Orleans East Hospital, Methodist Hospital, in 3 years. The city bought the rights to the land. My only problem with it, ladies and gentlemen, because as much as it seems as a glimmer of hope and, oh, they're going to really change things, is that promises are made to be broken if you live in Louisiana. Road Home was supposed to help out people. We found out later they discriminated against blacks, and this was a federal judge who ruled that. Billions of dollars were allocated in charities and from people that were just giving, from FEMA, Road Home, Red Cross, and so forth. And we found out, and I discussed this in my book, that a lot of the money was missing, and money was not handled properly. But be that as it may, getting back on track with Methodist Hospital, we shall see what will happen. This is, I guess, part 2 of that. Methodist Hospital only sustained damage to the first floor. So I don't see how in the world it would take 3 years just to open up a hospital and say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to give New Orleans East something, we're going to reopen up this hospital. But don't tell me in 3 years. If you want to really impress me, and this is to Mitch Landrieu, this is to Mary Landrieu, all the people who've basically been in power for the last, whose families have been in power for the last 30 plus years, if you want, and every other politician, if you want to truly impress me, don't talk about it, be about it. You see, I can't tell what a person's heart and actions are when they say something, but I know what they're doing when they're acting on it. And right now, all they're doing is acting. They're not doing anything to rebuild the city except for the uptown and the uptown area and protecting the French Quarter. That's one of the reasons why the levees were blown up in 1927, was to protect the business interests of the French Quarter, of which my grandfather was one of the victims of that flood. Arthur Duplessis. He was a victim of that flood. So all of this is talked about in my book, and the reopening of the hospital is a topic that I really like to focus on, because a large number of doctors lived out in New Orleans East. They also had the office buildings out there, big facilities, nice, beautiful, right off of Bullitt and on the service road, and these have yet to be reopened. All right, the hospital right next to Methodist, it was a surgical hospital, that has yet to be reopened. And they're saying it's all about taxes, and Landrieu has said that he's not going to that the plan is not to reopen that hospital, but reopen Methodist only, with other facilities going down. No, cut the crap. We want everything that had to do with medicine out in New Orleans East. That's what my opinion is on this. And I think, and I know for a fact, I don't stand alone. I believe everybody in New Orleans East wants all of their facilities up and running again. Thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you out there Saturday from 11 to 1. And if you missed the first show, come on out from 3 to 5 p.m. at Barnes & Nobles in Harvey on the Expressway. Check me out on Facebook. Check it out on YouTube. I'll try and put this one even on MySpace if I can. But thank you all. Go Saints.